Final race on the programme then at Sha Tin. Race number 10 is a Class 2 contest. It's over the 1,600 metres. Good field lining up here. Unfortunately, Charity Fun won't be coming round. He's pulled up lame. Danny Shum, Harry Bentley, so he is out. Leaves us now a field of 11 to go to post. So now headed by The Rock, Casper Fownes and Alexi Bedell. Fownes with a couple of runners in the race. Super Football returns here for Jimmy Ting and Zach Burton. Drawn wide though, Flying Quest. His wins at Happy Valley over the 1650, but his only win here at Sha Tin's been over the 2,000 metres. Beauty Fit returns here for John Size and Wagner Borges. Charity Go as well. Was a course and distance winner last season. We have Helene Wisdom Star, who won on his final meeting, in actual fact, at Happy Valley last campaign. Zabrowski, who was good first up over the 14, gets the 1,600 now. CP Brave up in class, as is Celestial Power. Frankie Law and Matthew Poon combine with him. Now, as far as the speed map is concerned for this one, we're obviously to the last. The Woodpecker handicap. Good to slow, we're predicting in the early stages. Tom, what do you think? It
might not be a lot of genuine pace in this race. The Rock will try and get to the front and dictate like we've seen him do in the past with Alexi Bedell riding. He's a horse that goes well second up and has a useful course and distance record. Highland Fortune, he might be a little handier this time round than what he has been in certainly his last run anyway. He battled on just fairly last time out. In this race, Paul, as well, you've got the likes of Charity Go. He should end up with the trail. What about horses like Super Football? It looks a little awkward for Zach there.
Yeah, I just wonder if he'll go back or he'll try and be a little bit positive and get outside. The horse has run well from the back before. Helene Wisdom Star, another one drawn 12, so he'll need a bit of luck to get him where he is, where we've got him in there. It's going to be a test for him. Flying Quest gets back as well, so if he decides to go back Flying Quest, then maybe Super Football can slot in there. Beauty Fit and Celestial Power towards the back.
Yeah, and on Flying Quest, he ran fourth in this race last year, so traditionally he has gone okay in the past.
All right, well, we'll start off here before we have a look at a couple of the key races with Casper Fownes. He's got two runners in the race, in The Rock and Zabrowski, and again, we caught up with him at track work.
Cass 2 in the last. We start with The Rock. Must have been pleasing the way he found the line first up.
Yeah, he ran really nice. He's a horse, even his last start last season was really good, you know. It was just still hold on for third. I felt was a race that the horse could probably end up into triple figures this season off that performance, you know. And then he backed that up nicely with a nice fourth, first up over 1,400. And obviously now to the mile, drawn 8. He's gone up a bit in weight. He's carrying a bit of weight. So that's the only thing that might anchor him a little bit, but he certainly seems to be in fine form.
With the extra 200 metres of the race this week, he's got that early speed. Are we likely to see it?
Look, he's versatile, so we'll just see how the track's playing. We're in the last race, and we'll work it out. If we need to use our speed and go forward, we'll do that. If we want to ride him a bit conservative, we can do that as well.
Also have Zabrowski, who debuted a few weeks ago. He's run a lot better than his 100 to 1 price.
Yeah, again, you know, he's on a rating of 82. Ran quite nice, only beaten 4 lengths. Obviously, the step up and trip looks a positive. But he's been, you know, sort of, it's when they run well first up, second up, sometimes they can run a little bit below par. But he's pleased me in the morning. He certainly looks well. And, you know, hopefully be a horse that probably go from a mile to 2,000.
And he's got a lovely draw to work with as well.
Yeah, draw 2, so no weight on his back. Same boy rides, you know, so again, he should make his own luck and hopefully he'll give us a big run.
He was an obvious eye catcher, wasn't he, Paul? Zabrowski first up, but as Cassie said, sometimes they don't always deliver second time.
Yeah, that's the query. But as he said, though, the step up from 14 to 16 is a big positive for him. Here's a horse who has won fresh in the past in Australia as well, so he does go quite well fresh.
Yeah, whether you subscribe to the second up syndrome or not, and from gate number 2 he should get an economical run round. So as long as he's pulled up okay out of that and can do something second up, which I think he can, he's certainly in the top 4.
All right, well, let's have a look at a few of the others in action or warming up for Sunday's assignment. And at the trials here, we've got Super Football just taking things easy towards the back there, and the other one, Tom, to keep an eye on is Beauty Fit. What are your thoughts here?
Like the trial of Super Football, so he's back in the pack here and he's basically stayed there throughout, but there was no pressure put on him at all from Zach Purton in this trial. I thought from Super Football, last start he won over Flying Quest but held together in this recent trial. Beauty Fit had to be worked on a little bit, so I've left him out here. He's dropped 27 pounds, Paul.
Yeah, I left him out as well, and Super Football did win fresh up in the past as well, so he's another one with a good fresh record, so he goes in for me, Super Football.
All right, next up we can have a look at Helene Wisdom's Star, who's a two-time winner at Happy Valley. Would that be the question mark coming into this one, Paul?
Yeah, definitely. Look, I quite liked him at Happy Valley last time, and he did win nicely, and that was right at the back end of the season. Actually, it was the last meeting at Happy Valley. Look, he's trialled nice enough here, but to me, I still like to see him back at Happy Valley, especially with the wide draw he's got.
Yeah, so he's in this contest. Wonder where they sort of end up with him. That he went forward last time out, won a good three-way battle there. He had to fend off Telecom Fighters and one other over the final stage. Just pushed along a little bit over the final stages of that trial was Helene Wisdom Star. I didn't get him in just with his Sha Tin record at the moment, but we'll see what he can do this time round. All
right, CP Brave, Tom, he showed something in all three of his starts last season. Hasn't quite broken through, but the first win surely not too far away.
No, not on those last three runs anyway. Fifth first up behind Fantastic Treasure. He was slow out on that occasion, raced a long way back, and he's been sort of midfield in his last couple of runs, and he was only beaten half a length by Beauty Fit last time out. I thought it was a really good run from him. And look, Joe was on board, not in this trial, it was Dylan Moe. Joe was on board in a trial where he ran second, but look, he's picked them up here pretty easily.
Yeah, he's going really well at the moment. He's an Irish bred horse. He's sort of basically acclimatised last season, had those three runs, and now I think he's just about ready to win. From barrier one with Joe on, he looks good.
All right, final one we can have a look at, Paul, is Celestial Power up here at Chung Fai. Just having a quiet time of things out the back. Note the horse in the towards the front there in the yellow, green and red. That's Harmony and Rich, who broke the track record at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. Yeah, in the last race it was a good run from him. Look, Celestial Power, he's a horse that I've managed to put in. They did get him out to 2,000 metres, Celestial Power. He comes in with a light weight. He's almost on the verge of a class drop at an 81 rating, but he's running well at the moment. So, look, I've put him on a very minor line.
Yeah, you can see him sneaking through here in this trial. He's not had too much pressure put on him from the riding boy on this occasion. He's just attacked the line nicely there over the final stages. Last time out, he snuck along the fence and was not too far away from Telecom Fighters, only beaten a link. So he's had that one trial. He's dropped 14 pounds coming into this. And Matthew Poon's got a good association with the horse. He's had 4 rides on him for 2 wins. Yeah, when I say he broke the record at Happy Valley, there's obviously more than one record at Happy Valley. It was the 1,200 metre record that he broke there, knocking off I Victory. So it was some sort of performance. CP Brave, favourite, do you think he can break through now, Paul? I think he can. Look, I quite like this horse, CP Brave. There's 3 runs last season were all very good, and he's going really well at the moment. The track work's been good. He's had those 2 trials. So there's lots of positives there for CP Brave. So I'll get him on top. Now, Zabrowski, I'm going to put him in there for second because he did catch the eye. It was a quick sectional that he finished off with over the 1,400 metres on debut in Hong Kong. He's a son of Savabeel, so the step up to 16,000. He did run in the Australian Derby as well when he ran second over a lot longer. So that was up to 2,400 metres. So he's eventually going to get up there. But look, second up over 1,600. I expect some improvement again from barrier number 2. And good to see Keith Young keep the ride as well. Super Football in there for third. Now, he's won fresh up in the past. He's drawn awkwardly 11, but Zach will sum it up pretty quickly, I think, and try and get himself into a nice position. And then Celestial Power. Now, this horse comes in with no weight whatsoever. He's got barrier number 6, so he should get himself into a nice position. And if he doesn't win this race and he does go down into a grade Class 3, I think he's a very good bet down there. But I still think he'll run well here at the bottom of Class 2. So end up 11, 10, 3 and 12. 11, 3, 2 and 10 I've gone with here. I think CP Brave can go close in this race. He's another horse here that looks to get his first win on the board, and he ran really well last season, all 3 of those runs behind Fantastic Treasure, Telecom Fighters and Beauty Fit, and both of his trials coming into this have been pretty good. CP Brave. Super Football, we saw him in that trial a moment ago, really quiet at the back there, not tested at all. He won at the back end of the season, beating home Flying Quest, who ran well in this race last year, did Flying Quest. So Super Football makes it in. The Rock will be trying to make all, I think, from the front. Alexi Bedell and Casper Founds. He won at this meeting last year. That was down in Class 3 over 1,400 1400 metres. He's certainly gone on with it since then, and Zabrowski makes it in. He certainly caught the eye first up from where he came from back in the field, and he actually wouldn't settle overly well last time out. Zabrowski over the 1400 metres, wanted to get the head up and reef and pull, so hopefully he settles better this time round. 11, 3, 2 and 10.
Yeah, CP Brave for me as well. Him and the Rock, that's my cue there in the final events.